Alright, starting up. Hello. I'm making this video at a very late hour just for fun. I wanted to show you one of my creations that I thought was kind of cool. I based it off of an airship from Final Fantasy VII. It's not an exact replica, but it has its influences, I guess. It was very difficult to create for two reasons. One, the dimensions inside of the airship itself were very strange. Like when you look at pictures at how the airship looks, the interior is very odd to fit in. And two, the actual size of the airship doesn't seem to fit in with the interior. And a lot of the outside of the airship would be hard to mimic because of the interior. If I wanted to have a model of the airship that works as an exterior thing, I'd probably build it to scale that way, but I wanted an interior to make it, worth going to. I didn't want to make it like, oh my god, look at this thing, and then you go up to it and there's no interior. So, without further ado, at night first, I figured this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's a pretty decent size, and I'll turn on the lights real quick. There we have it. This is the airship. I added a couple of my own little touches to it, I suppose. As you can see, it's pretty decently sized. It could have been bigger, but I didn't want to make it overwhelming, I guess. From the top, I made the propellers to look pretty cool, and I kept the basic body structure. This is the only area that I found was a little different. This is supposed to be longer, and the gondola here would sit lower, but I changed it up a little, I guess. The propellers were fun to do. They kind of look like they're spinning. They just go out on the end. And then, why is this noob always bothering me? And then the ending and everything, I guess these are kind of like aerodynamic features. And underneath, this is not normally wood, but I thought it looked cool as wood. These under things are wood, and I guess I'll give you a tour of the inside. You drop in on the deck. In game, you see this as the area where they'll go down into an area from the airship. I added some ladders just to get to the outside. I don't know, it's like a maintenance thing. On the inside, we have living quarters. To start, I figured why not, a crew needs living quarters. If you go down, you'll find there's a little library here with some chairs and little rooms. The rooms don't have much in them, just basic rooms. Some crappier than others, tropical, etc. Some of them a little more full, I guess. Then you head on, son of a bitch, head on up, and you have command up there, and a little bit of a seat up here, I guess. So it's based on ladder systems. It's gotta be, because stairs are too annoying to fit in. Here you have a view of the whole front, I guess. You'd be flying along and, using this. In the actual game, it's similar, but a lot larger and shaped differently. I used redstone to kind of give an appearance of some kind of cockpit. There's not too much I could have done. I guess these are like, maybe navigator or communicator. And there's like a computer room. I set up some green screens to make it look like a computer, I guess. And then it goes back out to the main deck. And next you go up is the cargo room. Now the actual Highwind doesn't have a cargo room, but it made sense to have a cargo room. I made this kind of like a cargo ship because I thought it would be a cool idea. There's this little hallway here which leads up to the cargo area. Now the cargo area I decided to make in two sections. This side, you can see there's a whole bunch of boxes that I made with different sizes and everything. I thought it would be pretty cool to do so. there's just a ton of boxes around. And in the back over here now, outside the cargo room, is a meeting room. This is where you'd have a discussion with your crew about things and who's doing badly. You know, like, oh, Johnson, you're not flying the ship right today, or whatever. Alright, then you move forward in the ship, and there's an observatory deck. This leads to the nose of everything. There's some areas to lounge around and, I don't know, be lazy. There's a class 4 walkout, where you can see under the ship and through everything, and, I don't know, someone's making like a Barbie palace over there. And then you can return back in, and there's another back wing which makes no sense, but I thought it would be cool to have. Here we have the engineering deck. It's on both sides, symmetrical, and it leads into the propellers. The propellers are inside. I kind of created a mechanism to look like a propeller inside, I guess. I mean, it's not like I can create it on a scale, but it looks like one. And these corridors extend back into the wings of the ship, and they lead down both onto here and up to here. I felt it would be cool to have that, just because, you know, I mean, maybe an engineer needs to work on the ship and whatever. And the last area is up on this deck, which kind of gave I had some inspiration from the Ragnarok of FF8, where there were like these walkways up across the top. And here's the captain's quarters, which is missing. Oh my god, died of fire. And the captain's quarters has a nice little view, nice little chair, double bed for, you know, or maybe just for sleeping. A little library, I don't read much. And that's the tour pretty much. The last little thing leads to the roof of the ship. And the roof, you can wander around on if you like, leads to the propellers. You can see around my little companion cube over there. Maybe I'll give you a tour of that in another video. Yes, I'm still here. Yes. And that's pretty much it. It didn't take too long to build. I think it took about a day and a half of lax building, I suppose. And the final result I'm fairly happy with. I could have made it bigger to add more detail.